Tonight, I thought I will tell you that yesterday and today, I had 2 rugged days where there were many F words in there. Many F words in there. And I thought, oh my gosh, how are we going to keep doing this? And I thought, and I knew I had 3 things today. So I knew I had to be down to the university, I knew we had to do the rally, and I knew we had to do this. And I'm like, how are we going to get through all of this? You know, blah, blah, blah. They're going to be bored and tired. They're not even going to want to see me. They're going to be bitchy with me. This is what I'm saying. And then I did 1 Million Rising last night, and I got all excited and inspired. And then I went to Eau Claire, and there were 79 people there. 79. They wouldn't let me put it in the paper, and they wouldn't let me advertise it at all except to put it on Facebook. And I couldn't actually put it out till Monday. Doesn't matter. You don't know those droids from Star Wars. Those droids are none of your concern. Anyway, but I mean, I was just like, oh my God, there's going to be 4 people in that room. So I talked to everyone I knew to please beg them to come. Please come, please come. 79 on a Thursday at noon. And it was a great talk, and we had a great time, and it was all about John Lewis, of course. And you guys know how we've been talking about, hey, you guys, welcome. And you guys know how we've been talking about doing our new event, Hometown Heroes of the Chippewa Valley. You know that one? And talking about building a beloved community. I had forgotten that actually came from John Lewis. John Lewis talked about a beloved community, so they were talking about it today, and I was punching the person I was with. I'm like, hey, do you hear that? Beloved community. So here I am all excited, so I ended up getting like super inspired and excited because that's what we're trying to do, build a beloved community where we get together with all of our friends and neighbors, and remember we all live and die here together and try and help each other get through what's coming, right? Because 1 Million Rising last night, anybody go last night? You did? Huh? Yeah. Did you go to 1 Million Rising? I love you, you're my new best friend. That's awesome, yes. I mean, we listened to, and that what they were talking about is authoritarian breakthrough, and how we're gonna do this, and how we're gonna shift it, and what we're gonna do as a group to get more people with us so we can get to our 11.5 million. And so they ended up giving us a lot of stuff that was really encouraging. And so, how many people here are tired? Like, be honest. Yes, we are effing tired. Thank you. We are tired. You know, some days I wake up and like, oh, I can't even force these people to go another day. I know if Bill Lehman were here, he would say, everything Trump does just gives me more energy. Just channel Bill right there in that corner. That's what he would say, right? Am I right? He would say that, I swear. So I am not Bill. I get tired some days. Some days I think, how am I going to keep doing this? And then I feel bad because I drag you guys all out in the sun and forget to bring the water. I'm like, oh my God, you're such a jackass. You know, it's like, so I'm sorry, I'll remember the water next week. But I know, you're fired. Thank you. I know. Anyway, but the point, yes. So it's like, and I worry about dragging you out and asking you to go to things, because you know tonight I'm going to give you a whole bunch more things to do. You guys know that, right? You've been to enough of these meetings that you know what's coming is more to do, right? Huh?
She's leaving now.
She's leaving now. Okay, good. All right, so, but what they talked about in 1 Million Rising last night was how we get more people with us. And I was going to share a story about that I think, because it's interesting. I show up for all these things, and I can name lots of people in my life who know I do this and don't come, you know? In fact, I'm looking to see if they are here, and they are not. There is one member who comes. Love this member, man, okay? Which, you know, that in and of itself for me is a breakthrough. But anyway, so I love this fella. I know, you guys know, sorry, I worked a whole life. Anyway, so this fella, when he came in the first time, he was a year older than me in school and really good looking. Like, trust me, he never looked at me. And I'm like, what are you doing here? And he's like, can't I be here? And it's like, well, yes. But he's married to one of my very dear friends from high school who has never been to one meeting, never been to one rally, never been to anything, didn't come to No Kings. And there was a group of 5 of us who, you know, it was Wisconsin, so you know what we were mostly doing on Friday nights, don't you? Okay, good. just so long as you all know what we were doing. So we were like thick as thieves and great friends. None of them come. None of them, which is just crushing. But last night I learned what to do, how to have them participate even though they don't want to come. That's what I learned, is how to talk to them and meet with them and say, here are the other things you can do that will help, that don't involve standing on a corner and making you nervous. So what we got now is a whole bunch of new strategies for how to get them to help and work from the inside. So that's what we're going to be working on this week and next week, okay? All right, so the 1 million rising, for those of you that didn't do it, it was recorded, so you can watch it if you want. If you don't watch it, I'm going to say it anyway. Yeah, I know, get ready, because that's just who I am. So I'm going to say it anyway, but it's to give us new strategies for how to get people working with us without that they don't necessarily have to come to the rallies, but they're doing other stuff. Do you want to come over here, Judy? Do you want to come over here? No? Are you good? Okay, I'm going to wander now. When's the pizza's going to be ready? Because I want to feed them before I get too far in. So a huge part of what we're doing is that. So getting some strategies going so we have more stuff going on. The summer, they told us with Indivisible, it's always weird. People got things going on, they don't show up. I hear the rally in Eau Claire last night was light. Yeah. Chippewa was heavy. There's just no predicting what we're going to get. So light last night, a lot of people might be down doing the thing with the judge. So we're going to keep doing the rallies. You guys agree we should keep doing the rallies, don't you? Yes. Our visibility campaign matters, right? So other people see, they know we're doing positive messaging. We're doing really great with that. I mean, how many people got flipped off tonight or got a bad thing? Couple over there? Couple. You like a couple, like one. I had one. I usually get dozens. Yeah? Two? See, not bad, right? No. Not bad at all. Okay, so people, yep, exactly, way more honking. So we think the visibility campaign is working. We think it's working in Eau Claire. So we're going to keep doing those. Okay, moving right along. Okay, usually what the first thing is I put up is, go ahead, hit that. For the people who come every week, what do I normally have here? I want to see if you remember. What's the mission? Democracy. Here, I'll say it. We'll do it the short way. Democracy, right? Right? Defend, protect, preserve, and strengthen our democracy, right? Isn't that what we're going to do? That's what we're all about, right? And then under the next slide, you don't have to go. I just decided you guys didn't need to hear it anymore, and then now I'm standing here and I think you do. But just so you know, I taught this same way too, and I felt bad for my students. Okay, so then the second thing was, that's the vision. So the vision, the vision always had two parts. What were the two parts of the vision? See, I want to know if you guys can remember. You don't know? To change the legislative balance of power, flip seats, and build a beloved community, right? By reaching out and rebuilding our community. So we're going to block and build. Remember? That's our whole goal. Block and build, block and build. Here. Huh? Yes, block and build. Okay? So today we did both, right? We did both. We blocked and built today. So that's awesome. Okay, so the sustained resistance, someone tell me, what do we need to do with sustained resistance? Hi, Sam. I remember who you are now. Thank you. Thank you for being here. See, I got a name. Okay, so tell me, what's the sustained resistance? What's the resistance number? You guys know. We talk about it all the time. 3.5%. Who says that? Chenoweth and Stefan. What does that say? Where do we get that number? Good. Some sort of research about some sort of blah, blah, that they did blah, blah. They studied, Yep, that's it. They studied authoritarian movements from 1900, right, until 2016. They just studied a whole bunch of them, and they found if 3.5% of the population was in sustained resistance, it could not continue. So we got to get to 3.5%. Now the problem is we got to get to 3.5% nationally. How's Eau Claire doing? How do we do for No Kings? Good. We had 4,500 people. Based on the population, we had 4.6%. Okay? That to me says our efforts are working. Our visibility efforts, all the stuff we're doing is working. We just got to spread it through the state. Okay? How about Chippewa Falls? How'd Chippewa Falls do on No Kings? Good. How good? 242, 262, 3.4%. For Red Chippewa Falls? That is not bad, right? So even with Chippewa Falls, we almost hit it. So again, we know our efforts are paying off. So our sustained resistance is to make sure we keep getting more people out. So everybody says, are we going to have another big rally like No Kings? Yes. Is it going to be in a month? I don't think so because of the dog days of summer. I mean, look at this room. You know, we have a hard time. So I do think it'll be in September. I'm guessing it'll be in September. So get ready because we're gonna use our 1 million rising. Hi, Christine. We're gonna use our 1 million rising to build our numbers, and we're gonna try and get to that 11.5%. The big reason is, you know, with the authoritarian window slamming shut, you know that the authoritarian breakthrough is occurring. You guys know that, yeah? Do you know that? Yeah, it is. They are starting to win. They are. So we got work to do because if we don't get that thing snapped back open, it's not that it never comes open, it just comes open harder. Does that make sense? You know, like anybody grow up in an old farmhouse when that window slammed shut with all the paint and that sloppy thing and you didn't try to get it open, you can't get it open anymore? This will be the same thing. We're going to fight like dogs to get it open. Okay? So we got to do everything we can now. And one of my goals, one of my responsibilities, keep telling you guys what's working. What does the research say is working? Where do we need to keep putting pressure? What do we need to keep doing? Because I think we're doing really well. You know, have we won? Hell no, because we're tiny in a big pot. But we got to keep working and leading other people with us. Yes?
I want to add to the 3.5% what the beauty about it is that the peaceful
Yes.
revolution are successful. The violent ones were not successful.
They were not. If there was violence, they'd...
About it, and I think that makes it so beautiful that peaceful gets the best results, especially if you want to have a functioning democracy afterwards.
Otherwise, everything they do gets justified. So, yep. And we are committed to that, right?
Yeah.
We always walk away, we diffuse, we do all that stuff. Okay. So, blah, blah, blah. So our sustained resistance right now looks like the Wednesday rallies and the Thursday rallies, and you all agree we should continue? Yes. Okay. We need to keep trying to get Eau Claire to come here with us or get more people out, and we got to be going to Eau Claire and help them. Even though some days I'm like, well, there's naughty words followed by they never come here. There's a string of naughty words, they never come here. But we got to help. We got to do it, okay? So we'll keep trying. All right. I noticed that too. We had more from Eau Claire today than we have had in a long time. I saw that. So maybe the beloved community is growing. Maybe we're making it. I'm going to say we are. Okay. What the heck? Huh?
That guy with the little dog.
Oh, yeah. What's his name? Guy with the little dog. Not the dog. The guy. Huh? Vince. It's Vince.
But about the visibility and rallies, in the beginning you talked about that in the smaller towns up north they had rallies. And I was wondering if I jump into the car and travel, I'd rather make a bigger difference up north than...
We're going to talk about that today. Trust me on this one. Okay, we are. We're going to talk about, should we do Durand? Should we do Bloomer? Should we do some of these others? And we have to make a decision, because once you commit, it looks really bad if you go in and then limp out of there. So we have to make a decision as a group, like what else we're taking on. So we're going to come back to that in a minute. Okay? All right. Remember the rural hospitals thing we did, Save Our Hospitals? That was one of our most successful things we did. Did you guys notice? Mm-hmm. You didn't? We got huge coverage, a lot of attention, response. They had to do ads and stuff. One of the things I told someone today, I learned about that action so I'm going to tell you. When that action came up, they contacted me and said, would you do an action? You guys, nobody knows the story. Okay, so they said, would you do something? And me being me, I said, yes, my people care about this. They will do this. Yes. And they said, okay, what we want you to do is get in front of a hospital that's going to close. And we want you to have a thing. And I said, well, we don't have a hospital that's going to close. we only have a hospital that closed. And they said, that's not going to help. I'm like, oh, okay. And then they said, but I said I could go down to Mayo in Eau Claire, we can get in front of them. And they said, that's not going to help because Mayo will not close because they have funding. So they're not at risk. So they're like, well, thanks, Cindy. Keep thinking if maybe you can find another hospital. To which I said, string of naughty words, we're doing it anyway. We're going to do it. We're going to do it. We're going to get in front of Chippewa, and we're going to talk about losing the hospital. And then we're going to get in front of Eau Claire and talk about the pressure it's putting on there. And then we're going to talk about our remote hospitals and what's going to happen. We're going to do it even if they think it's a bad idea and they won't use it. I think it helps us. And we did it, didn't we? Yeah. Okay. And we got good coverage, didn't we? Yeah. A lot of good coverage. And Derek Van Orden responded, didn't he? Derek Van Orden had to respond. After that, for the next week in the newspaper, article after article on hospitals. Did you notice? Yeah. Chippewa and Eau Claire were both doing hospital articles. I'm like, we got them. We got them, right? And then they had to start running more ads for Van Orden to try and rehabilitate him. And what I learned in that is what works up here is to show people something they've already lost and tell them they're trying to take more. Getting in front of a hospital that's going to close up here, I don't think works. Because I think, now, you know, this and $3 will get you some coffee, but I think, oh, hey, look, our food's here. I think what happens when you say it's going to close, it's going to get closed, it's going to close, how many times have we been able in the past, not now, I admit not now, how many times in the past have we told everybody something bad was going to happen and we averted it at the last minute? By doing legislative pressure and all kinds of other stuff, we've been able to save it, right? So they don't hear it. Doesn't register as it. It's like, yeah, you said that last time about meh, you said that last time about meh, right? It never happened. They know St. Joseph's closed. They know it did. And what I learned is that's the way to play the game up here. Make people see what's gone and show them what else they're trying to take, right? Okay, so we have some more rural hospital things to do if you guys are up for it, because I always give you a choice. Stanley is hanging by a thread, so we could do a Stanley action. This gets our other let's do other communities, and Durand is in trouble too, but Stanley was the first one we were going to do. So how many people, oh look, thanks you guys, aren't they good? So how many people are here to do more hospital actions? Oh, I haven't set it up yet. Oh, you guys always ask me, like, when is the next X? It's like, who knows? I mean, I decide, and then I try and let you know as fast as I can. You know, sometimes they call me 2 days before. I mean, seriously, sometimes I have 48 hours notice. But I'm not giving up. I'm not going to do it anyway, because I want this for us. I do want you to know that the story that I did, that, you know, that we did and we sent, went straight to Speaker Jeffries and was entered in the record. They said it was the best story they got. It told the whole story. It touched people. That was us. That was us. We did that. Because you guys may think like, oh, you thought it up. But you know, I got to tell you, Cindy walking out there by herself looks pretty stupid. You guys are what makes a difference. You showed up with your signs. They're like, my God, you have a wall of signs behind them. I'm like, I know, aren't they amazing? Right? You guys were amazing. So we're going to, okay, so you guys are up for Stanley? Yeah. Maybe Durand. Yep. Okay.
Abby just, Dr. Manu just sent us an email about there might be a rally in Osseo at the Mayo Hospital there.
Tell her to reach out, okay, so I know, so we can get it set up.
She sent the email to you.
Okay.
We don't know.
You guys know to watch the website, right? Even if you do nothing else, every day just jump onto Chippewa Valley Indivisible and look up in the right-hand corner. Kurt and I keep anything that's going on like right now. So sometimes when we have 24 hours notice, it goes on here. Show up today at Osseo if you can. Okay, so just start watching. All right, so with the rural hospital things, the main thing I think is this is a good topic for us. I think it hurts the seated Republican in the district. I think that helps. I would like to do more to take out Tiffany, but we'll keep going there. That's, you know, up north. But I think it's a good thing for us, and I think it's a good thing for the community. If what we're committed to is a beloved community, how do we have that without decent hospital care? How do we do that? Why does anybody think that's okay, right? So this works for us in a couple of ways, okay? Which I'm going to hop over this good trouble thing here right now. So veterans housing is the next thing I saw that I want to hop on. Veterans, sorry, I'm going to use you. You know, the government did, I guess I can too. No, sorry. I know, isn't it terrible? I read in the paper today they're shutting down the housing in Chippewa. Yeah. It's getting shut down. Yeah. Just built the veterans housing. The veterans housing is going to get shut down. I think that's horrible. How many people live there? 43. 23. 23. 23. The Klein, yeah. Klein Hall. And then one by Green Bay. So I want to do a veterans action because Van Orden said he would never vote for anything that hurt veterans. Like, okay. So again, an opening. So get ready, I want to do that. Yes, ma'am?
We need to hold the state representatives responsible for that too, because Evers tried to get like funding.
He did. He did. And so if you want to come up with who we should do that with, let me know. So because it's just all signage, you know, and then what we say. So it's just like, we'll do the same thing as last time. Try and get some of our veterans to speak about being abandoned and left behind, about being lied to, you know, all that kind of stuff. When I was canvassing for Harris, I, for some reason, got a lot of veterans to talk to. And the thing is, they're so proud of their service, but they feel so left behind. You know, all the money goes to defense contractors, and everything that's supposed to go for veteran services is always what's cut. You know, so for them, so it ends up being a topic that resonates also because, let's be honest, they get screwed a lot. They get screwed, that budget gets taken out. So how many people would be interested in doing a veterans activity? Again, especially when it's here in town. It's real hard to convince me not to do it when it's in town, right? So we're going to do something there. And Cindy, you're going to find out about our state reps that we got to do, and so we'll get that going. I figured in about 10 days, might be a week, okay? Just because it's in the news now, so we want to keep punching while the media's on it, while it's a story. We want to keep putting attention on that problem, AKA flame on that fire, okay? Right? I know, I could say it the polite way. Okay, so good, we got that. That's the main thing about the veterans housing thing. Good Trouble was today. Did you guys enjoy Good Trouble? Yes. Okay, I think we had 2 really successful events. I was really happy that we had one in Eau Claire, 79 folks there, and then our 100 plus up here, and then our signage. Did you all see our signage? Remember I told you that the signs were $2.38? Those are the $2.38 signs. So when I tell you that I send them to be printed and then I spray mount them and stick them on a sign, the Democratic Party gave us those. We just stuck them on there. It cost, somebody said, how much did all that cost? $58 total. I think not bad to get good messaging, right? So we'll do that. All right, the one other thing that's coming up is July 27th. We're going to have a rally down at, well, we're not, we're allying. There's going to be a rally down at the Social Security office in Eau Claire. Isn't that right? August 27th. Oh my God, it's a lifetime away. We'll get 10 actions before then, but okay. My God, especially for us. Geez, how do you guys plan so far in advance? Okay, for the normal people, August 27th, we're going to have a Social Security rally in Eau Claire. Okay, and you guys know we always stand behind them. We always go down in big numbers if we can, and we're going to do that again, right? Let's get more. Last time we had 84, let's get more. They're going to bring their people too. Let's see if we can get up over 300. Come on, let's do it, okay? Noon. What day of the week is that?
Wednesday.
Got it. Okay, Wednesday. All right, so get ready for that oh, I guess it couldn't be the 27th. That would be pretty close, wouldn't it? Not for us, but okay. All right, good. 1 million rising. That's these slides over here. I'm still trying to decide if I'm going there. So, okay, let's see what's on the next one. Oh, you're going backwards. Down. Down. Oh, get back up. Okay, blah, blah, blah. Oh, here, yeah, see, this is the stuff coming up. Remember I said we get together and then I give you all the new stuff? So the weekly rallies are going to continue. Yes. Larry was telling me today in Durand, okay, now personally I think this is insane, but he told me this. In Durand, they're having a rally every single day. 5 days a week they've started it. Oh my God. I know. What time? 4 to 5:15, okay? Every day. Now he said 6 to 10 people. But wouldn't it be fun if we decided to go down? Oh, hi, Mike. How you doing? Awesome. Wouldn't it be fun if we went down one day? Obviously not a Wednesday or Thursday, and help support. Okay? So shall we set up something for those of you who are feeling adventurous? Do they have it on Saturdays too?
Sometimes. Is there a cheese store there? 5 days.
Huh?
Is there a cheese store there?
I'm sure. I think there's a meat store there.
There we go.
There's a meat store there. I know that. Isn't there? There's some sort of meat store. Okay, so don't be surprised when it shows up. You guys know to read your emails. Even if you don't like to read, go down to the calendar and see what's going on. And almost always the links are hot, so you can like say, I want to do this, right? Okay. So don't be surprised when something shows up like Rally in Durand. And I will put a sign up out. I'm a big believer in Mobilize. When I first started, you guys know when I started, I didn't know what I was doing at all. And somebody said, oh, you got to put that on Mobilize. And I said, what's Mobilize? I go, who knows what this is? And I put it up and I was shocked because it was the Eau Claire Rally. And all of a sudden, people started signing up that I had never seen or heard of, didn't know them at all. And the reason was they were looking for something to do and went onto the website, and it gave them things in their area. And all of a sudden, we had 200, 300, 400 people coming. So I put everything on Mobilize, even like, Good Trouble today at the university and our Good Trouble tonight. And we had the folks from Toma were here. Toma was here, right? So I will put it on Mobilize. It'll have a hot link. It'll tell you to sign up. We'll know how many of you are going, and maybe we'll carpool, okay? So Durand. And then we have to decide if we want to do some of the other small communities. So if someone wants to take that on, let me know. Okay. Fighting Oligarchy, everybody wants to know about the Bernie event, which it starts on August 7th. It's a 2-part thing. Oh, I skipped Families First. Cindy, bad girl. Okay, Families First on July 26th is not an indivisible event. It's a national event. If you go to familiesfirst.org and look it up, it'll tell you what they're trying to do. Is the 26th a Saturday? Yeah. Okay, good. So my guess is that means we're doing it. Because people are always like, I got to tell you, this is a compliment and a curse. I was on Facebook one day and someone said, is anything going on for Good Trouble? And someone answered, ask Chippewa Valley Indivisible. They're the only ones doing anything. That was the answer. Which, again, a blessing and a curse. Because sometimes people write to me and I'm like, guys, that's not our event. It's not even our event, so we can't take that on. But Families First is likely going to be one we will, because if we're trying to build a beloved community. So it's all about working together as a community. It's all about mutual aid and all that kind of stuff and supporting families. So I will have more information. What's next week? Today's the 17th. 17th, 7th, 24. Wow, that's not much time. Okay, for the newsletter tomorrow, I'll have some information on what it is and if we're doing it and how we're doing it, okay? Okay, you guys got it? How many people would like to participate in Families First? And how many people are like, oh my God, I'm tired, leave me alone? So how many people want to participate? What time is it? We would set that.
Is it a rally?
We would set it. It's not us, we're not sponsoring it, but no one else is doing it. Well, maybe we could have someone talk about something. We could make it something. What do we want to do? Do we want to?
A lot of gray hair. Tired.
Huh?
A lot of gray hair. Too tired. Too tired.
Too tired?
What's going on?
Okay. See, watch. Okay. But don't be surprised if something doesn't show up. I'll let you know. But I agree. I mean, there is a lot going on. There is a lot. What do you think? I didn't see an overwhelming, okay, I'm going to say it this way. When I said you guys want to do a hospital action, the room erupts. I say you want to do a veterans action, the room erupts. I say you want to do the rallies and Wednesdays in Eau Claire and Thursdays, the room goes up. I say you want to do Families First, and you're like, meh. I don't know what it is either. It's not my event.
How are we supposed to know what it is?
Well, I'd have to read up on it and tell you. And then I could try and sell you on the idea.
Oh, so we're interested when you
We could tie, okay, good, all right. You know, I always write the day after all the summary in the newsletter. If it's something really fantastic, I'll sell you on it. Okay, so if the top article is like something really extraordinary, we're gonna do something really extraordinary. And if it's not, it'll probably be a little tiny listing. Let's see what happens. I just haven't had time. Okay, all right. Fighting Oligarchy, the one on the 7th, they're going to be here to talk, and they want to talk about the economic justice for Wisconsin, like a new future, where we have the right to have, you know, safety economically, and that we shouldn't keep losing things. So that's the Bernie rally, and it's a two-part thing. So they come first, have a dialogue with us about how we're going to sell it, and then we set it up. Okay?
So Bernie's coming again?
Not Bernie. I mean, well, he would come by Zoom on the second one.
Okay.
The first one is just the meeting where we discuss how we're going to do it, if we're going to do it, and what's going to happen. You guys still up for that?
At the regular meeting.
Yeah, I put it on the night of the regular meeting because I didn't want to drag you in again. I know. I put it on our regular meeting because I thought, oh, we're just going to take care of this right away. They said, you know, I know, it's just like I'm going to make this easy on myself. Okay, so on Fighting Oligarchy, we'll talk about if we want to do that, and so come prepared to discuss it. In the email, I'll give you a link to the Economic Bill of Rights, right? The new blah, blah, blah. Now, I got to tell you, last week I could remember everything it said, but today I can't. Anyway, so I'll put that in there, and then we'll have that conversation, and either we'll go with it or we won't. Okay, Hometown Heroes of the Chippewa Valley, you guys know what that's all about. Ready? Okay, anybody here who doesn't know? You bunch of weasels. Yeah. The Hometown Heroes of the Chippewa Valley is our community building event. It is nonpartisan and apolitical. No banners, no signs, nothing like that. It's just all of us coming together to remember that we are friends and neighbors and we live and die in these parts together. And someone said last week, who are the heroes? And I said, you know, well, the usual suspects, doctors, lawyers, you know. I didn't include lawyers the first time. That was Bill. Doctors, police, fire, teachers, blah, blah, blah. And then librarians. And then we went to child care workers, volunteers, parents who take good care of their kids, kids who go to school and get good grades and contribute and participate, you know, volunteers, all those folks, right? And someone said, well, doesn't that cheapen hero? And I said, or it just elevates us all to the same level and we all matter, which is our goal, right? It's our goal. So there was the question, is there anybody that's not a hero? So I had to put more time into it because my initial answer was anybody who's criming. You know, so like drug dealers and stuff. Although they may be stimulating the economy, not in the right way, right? So there are some folks, if you're engaged in criminal activity, we're not going to celebrate that. But what I was really hoping that you guys would do is like for the month ahead, we would have social media campaigns and you guys would nominate people. Like I nominate, business owners, people who work in the stores, service store, you know, anybody, welders. Thank God they fix our things, right? Plumbers. Jeff's a plumber. Well, I love migrants helping the cows. Will you nominate them and put that out there? No, just as a group. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So we start calling out all the people that contribute and live here and work with us. That's the goal of that event. Okay, you got it? Apolitical. Someone said, do you care if they wear shirts? Not really. What if somebody wears a Trump hat? Bummer. You know, like swallow it. You know, get over it. You know, we all live here together. Let them be. You know, and then, you know, walk away. Don't fight with them. You know? One of the things we're asking is that anybody who wants to work the event, because we're going to need a lot of folks to work the event, I'm hoping for 800 to 1,000. How do you think we're going to do? Why not? Is that a good? You think? How about 2? Could we get 2, you think? Well, we'll talk about that because we're working on that. Oh, yeah, we're gonna. So we're going to ask that you wear your shirt. So anybody who needs a shirt, you can get in the newsletter from yesterday, or you can get on the one that I send out in 2 days and order what you need. Order it. We will ship it to you if you want it shipped to you. We also are putting in an order, and we will have extras. It has a hard deadline of next Wednesday. If you don't tell me by next Wednesday, because we have to get the order in by Friday so that they can have it for us by the 23rd. Some of you might say, like, well, how long does it take to print 40 shirts? 1 day. So all I had to do was lock in time on the press. So we're locked in, but I need all of you, if you need it or want some extras, let me know, okay? And so we're ordering some. There are some people who have ordered. Their other shirts are back here if you haven't picked them up and paid for them. I got to tell you, Wendy and Preston, if they haven't picked them up and paid for them right now, we can sell them out from under them. They may have forgotten. That's where I'm at. Anyway, but order them if you want. You can also tell Wendy and Preston, and then you can pay on Act Blue or you can pay when they get in. Okay? Clear? All right, now let's talk about volunteers. You know how normally, like when we did when we were doing the Frost and Murphy event, I put in a thing for sign up for work? And I had you sign up for category, who wants to work with the press, who wants to work in the... I need to do that again. So we need people who are going to be event monitors, like we had for No Kings. You know, you wear your shirt, you go around, help people. We need traffic monitors. We need medical people. We need garbage cleanup. Did I tell you this already? I had to write a garbage plan for how we were going to deposit our garbage at the end. I did. I had to write a safety plan. I had to write a traffic plan. Here it is. It's like, I don't know where they think I'm like, okay, I think we're going to do this. But anyway, and we got insurance, so it's all set up. So I'm going to put in a thing for you to sign up. Now, there is a special sign-up group. The Neighbors Helping Neighbors has taken over the kids' games. So the kids' games have a bunch of components because we're having the kids' parades. We're having the kids' stuff, right? And like face painting and stuff like that. We've come up with a thing. You guys, you want to tell them about it? Susan? All right, here I go. So the way it's going to work is Susan came up with, which I think is a great idea, we're going to give tickets out, okay? So the kids can have tickets for a certain number of games or whatever. And then we're going to stamp their hands so they know. This also makes them come to the table to get tickets so we can make sure they put on their name tag, idea that Deb came up with that says how they're a hero. So I'm a hero teacher, I'm a hero nurse, I'm a hero parent, I care for the elderly. We're going to have name tags that say what you do here in the Chippewa Valley. So we're going to do that. So they have to come to the table, they get the tickets for the kids' games and all that stuff. Plus we were going to give out desserts like icy things, you know, right? Or something, we're figuring it out. So they're going to get one color ticket for that and and then the ones for the kids' games. And like, I think we'll be able to tell on their face if they got face painting, but we just need to have it as an activity that they do. So we need a bunch of people to work for that. How many total?
Well, we have face painting, the rock painting, and we think we will have 3 games.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to have the fish pond game. We'll need at least 4 people for that. So we want to be heavy on volunteers.
And be able to cut you loose.
Kids are like herding cats, or we need a bunch of people. And we need people to monitor the parade, lead in the front and behind and on the sides to make sure they don't wander off.
And event folks can help with that. You know, when the event folks, you're keeping them in. Once they're in, then we can help, you know, you can come over to that kind of thing. So I'm going to have it so that you can sign up online. If you really want to, you can sign up on the forums over there as well. Just know we're going to need a bunch of folks. We may also be asking for money to buy prizes and stuff, so don't be surprised if that comes. The food, we're doing the food trucks. The music is being donated. Susan and Charlie, they're taking care of that. And Wendy and Preston are taking care of the line dancing. So we have line dancing. They're going to have a whole bunch of line dancing. Yeah, we got all kinds of stuff. So Kiana's taking care of the food trucks, getting those guys in. We've got 3 in for solid, I think, huh?
Right here.
Yeah, right here, Riverfront Park.
How about publicity?
I'm doing that.
Okay.
Do you not trust me? Do you not trust me? Do you see how many people come? No, but I'll tell you. I will tell you. I just want to finish this part. So are you leaving?
I am.
Okay. We got to talk later.
Yes.
Can you reach out? Okay, I'd rather do coffee, but email will work. Okay. All right, I just want to be clear say what you want. She can be like, go out and go like, there is no way I'm having coffee with her. Anyway, so we may be asking for money, and we're asking for volunteers. And what was I saying? I was in the middle of, oh, I'm coming to that. I know. It's like, wait, I just got poked somewhere, huh?
Don't you trust me?
Yeah, I know, exactly. Don't you trust me? Anyway.
I just feel you take on too much.
Oh, no, that's hard. But I will accept help. I'll accept media help. I will. I'll tell you what to send out. Anyway, the point being, so we need volunteers. Can you give me a number? How many? How many?
I would say at least 60 volunteers.
60?
60, yeah.
60?
Yeah, we're gonna have.
Okay, then we need to reduce what's going on. Then we need to reduce. That there is no way. That's this whole room.
That's everybody.
Huh? I'm talking about for the kids' games. Because I've got the event people. I mean, I had 28 total for No Kings.
Yeah,
Yeah, I had 28 total.
Are you doing different shifts for the game?
Well,
Oh.
that was our thought, is that we could do different shifts, because it's from 3 to 9, and so that's a lot of.
Ann said she's going to have some more kids if we're going to bring that many people in. That's good. I like it.
I've got about 6 activities that we have planned, and I would do at least 6 people per.
Then I think you need to reduce the number. Then pare it down a little bit.
well, we need as many volunteers as we can.
Got it. Okay, I just don't think I can get that many, because then I got to get the other, that's a lot of folks, and we got food. That's just a lot if it's just 60 to manage that. Okay, we'll work it out. The point being, what? Thank you. The point being, watch your email and sign up online, okay? Because like Jen and her husband John, they did media for the Bernie event, so they handled the press. So they always volunteer for that to handle the press. So different people sign up for different pieces of it. And Amy and her friends signed up for garbage cleanup. I couldn't even believe it. Like they volunteered for it and cleaned up that. I know, and the Lochner Wrights did that, cleaned up all the stuff for us. Crazy. I can't believe anyone agreed to do that, but they did. So what I need you to do is either sign up online, or if you don't like doing that, there's things on the wall over there, okay? All right, and just be prepared. We may be asking for money, but I don't think we'll need a lot. The trucks should take care of their thing. The music is donated. We will need kids' prizes, and we might need some for the desserts. But I don't think much. Susan said, well, how much money do we have right now? I will tell you. Well, we just spent a wad. I just paid the room for most of this month and 1 week in August. We had to pay for the park, insurance, so we're down to about $2,400 right now. Okay, but everything else is paid through August. So, so we might have enough to pay for everything. We might. And by the same token, when we do the other stuff and you guys make donations, if you want to donate for specific things, like I would like to donate specifically for kids' prizes, say that. Because sometimes we get donations, just tell us. Okay, questions, thoughts, concerns? I have, for some reason, incredible faith that this is going to work out. I put all over the poster first annual. So in terms of what I'm doing to get the word out there, hey, this is for you. This is for you. Okay, good. I'll wait. No. I went and talked to the Main Street Association. They're going to put it out on their website and help put it out. They're going to help distribute posters. Brody, the dude right there in the hat, who's in our brochure that's wearing the sweatshirt, the veteran, he has been going to all of the stores in Chippewa Falls, Eau Claire. He's going to go to Altoona and Halley, and he's going out and talking to them and telling them about the event and asking who wants posters. He's got 200 already ready to go. The posters are being printed. The posters are being printed. I thought I'd have them today, but I will probably have them late tomorrow. So Brody's might need some help. He has a list of places. He's going to database it. So if you want to help get posters out, a month's notice is a decent amount of time. I've also reached out to the media to let them know what's coming. So we're trying to see if we can get stories and come in and talk about it. you know? So WEAU and WQOW both said that they would bring us in like on the morning shows and stuff. So we've got morning shows, we got posters out, we got brochures out, we got Main Street Association.
That's good.
Not bad, huh?
Could you get the mayor of Chippewa to declare that day Hometown Heroes Day?
You know, I'll kiss you if you wouldn't smack me. I like that. That's as good as that name tag thing. Let me see what I can do. I'll try. Yes.
Can somebody create like a social media post that we can share?
I have those. But I haven't sent them out yet. Because we have them on. Oh yeah, absolutely. I've got the thing that's on Mobilize. It's on Mobilize. Oh, it is on Mobilize, and I've set it up so that you guys can put other people in. So if you talk to friends and neighbors and stuff, and they say they're coming, and you know they're coming, like you feel confident. I feel confident. I've talked to some people that I know will come for me. My son from California, for one. You'll all get to meet my son. You'll pity him. It's okay. Anyway, but I've set it up so you can sign people up so that we can start to get a count. Somehow we need a count, and people don't know to go to Mobilize, so help us by, if you know someone's coming, like even if it's you, let's start getting some numbers in there. So I've set it up so that you guys can add people, okay?
Do you have volume 1 in your media list?
I have it in there, but I haven't done it. Susan is the one that was like, told me I should do that too. So you want to manage that?
I can do volume
All right, you're on that. Okay, good.
Cindy, are we going out to the smaller towns?
We are. Yeah, we are. We were doing the big ones first so we could get the numbers, and then I was hoping we would go to the small ones. Okay? There's only so much I can make Brody do, so if anybody would like to help with the canvassing to get posters out, that would be awesome, and brochures.
And most post offices have a place for posters.
Oh yeah, great. Okay, let's do that. The thing that Brody discovered, and I was telling everybody about it last week, but I'm going to say it this week for the people who weren't there, which is as he goes out and talks about us, Chippewa Valley Indivisible, a lot of people don't know who we are. And he says, oh, no kings. Do you know no kings? And they're always like, oh yeah, we know that. They get really excited. And he's like, we did that. We organized that. And so then they are like, oh, let me talk more about that. And so he's opening the door, and what I'm finding, which is amazing to me, is the No Kings rally is opening tons of doors for us. You know, because it was a really positive event. Okay? All right, what?
The part of we talked about last week was getting our name at the event.
Yeah.
So the shirts, and we were talking about the tickets possibly having
Yep, I'm getting them.
our
Yep.
name on the event. So as the tickets get handed out and parents and kids are handling them,
I found a place online that does them really cheap. Yep.
our name will be everywhere.
So we get to wear our shirts. We're not putting up banners. We're not putting up signs. We're saying to people, talk to someone in the blue shirt. But I don't want to put a table up. Who wants to go to those tables anyway? Go stand in the corner. I don't think it's a good idea, because then that invites, then the Dems want to, the Republicans want to. It's like, we don't want to do that. This is really nonpartisan, apolitical. Like our other events, our block events, I think great. I think here's what I think. If people see us with the shirts, and I think I'm going to get Kurt making buttons like nobody's business, so we can hand out buttons if people want one, because on the back it has how they can then log in. So if anybody wants to know, they can ask us. They really can, right?
How about somewhere they can go to ask questions? Blue shirt.
I'm just going to say, talk to anyone in a blue shirt. Yep, I'm going to say, or anybody with a button on. Yep. Because otherwise, yeah, and we can practice that. We can practice our little speech. I used to have to do those all the time. So we can practice those little guys and get you guys ready. We can. But I don't want to open it up, because once you crack it, then everybody wants in, and I just don't want that to happen. I want our rallies very separate from this. This is a very separate thing. You agree?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm just like you guys agree, right? Yes, I want them to know our name. Yes, I want to make a difference. Yes, I want them to join us. I really want this to be different.
Are we gonna have like a central, like Boston phone?
Oh, great idea.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we need like a home base.
Yeah, yeah,
even
that's
though we
great.
don't- even though
Do you
we
want to
don't
be
have
in
a
charge of that?
table.
No, I'm just kidding. Great. Okay, awesome. Okay. I'm really excited about it. I think it's going to be a really great event. I think what Susan and Wendy and Can and what all of us, and anybody who wants to be part of the committee, come on in. But it's like, I think it's going to be an amazing event. And I think it's going to be something you're going to be happy to invite people to. And that they're going to be happy to be here. It's just to have fun together. Did I tell you I checked out fireworks? Because I was like, what gets people to come for free? And someone said free food. I'm like, okay, we don't have free food. I'm not doing free food. Music. Okay, we got music. We got line dancing. Okay. And then someone said, ooh, fireworks. Ooh, fireworks are good. So I called the Chippewa Parks and I said, hey, you had that big show for the 4th of July and you had fireworks? And so I was thinking like, we might want to end the night with something like that. Did you have to get a permit to do that? Yeah. I'm like, how much does something like that cost? He said $20,000.
Oh my God.
I said, I don't even have $2,000. So needless to say, yeah. Needless to say, the fireworks kind of took a little scuttle pretty quickly. But it was a good idea for a minute. Sometimes I can get myself whipped into a frenzy for things, Okay, here we go. What time is it? How am I doing? Oh, I got 3 minutes. I got 3 minutes. Okay, here we go. All right. Blah, 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 blah. 1 million rising. I'm going to go over it next week. I beg you, come and do this with me. It's all about how we expand and really get this out there in a different way. It's all the pillars training. I want to talk about, did anybody notice 3 days ago when Avelo Airlines said they canceled their West Coast operations? Who did that? We did that. Indivisible did that. The very first people to go rally against Avelo was Indivisible in New Jersey. They went and found them, and then it went to Indivisibles everywhere, and I whined because they don't come to our airport, so we couldn't do anything, and I was mad. I did. I'm like, okay, are they coming into the cities? Could I drag them over there? They shut down West Coast operations, right? Tesla takedown, Target, right? All of these things. Well, now the things they're talking about and the things we're learning about is how do we do that here? So what I'm going to talk about next week is how to look at the pillars, how to recognize what the core is of the pillar, how do we take away its support so that people turn on them, and how do we do it locally, okay? And then hopefully, if we do a really good job, someone else will take and do it nationally like they did with Avelo, okay? So if you got the stomach for it, come next week and do this with me, okay? All right, so I won't do it tonight. Huh? What?
I have a question about the Social Security. You said noon before, it says 1 there. Which time is it at?
Who knows? Carolyn knows.
It's at noon.
She said noon. But it's August 27th. I got a lot of time to fix that. Okay? I got a lot of time to fix that. You guys know I make mistakes. I'm doing the best I can. Okay.
It's at noon to 1 because the office is closed. You can park in the parking lot. You're not disrupting services. The Alliance for Retired Americans is nationwide. Wisconsin is one of 39 states. And we fight for things like health care for seniors, and economic equity, and Social Security. A lot of people don't know that kids get Social Security if your parents have passed away. A lot of people don't know that disabled kids get Social Security.
Well, we should start an education campaign that goes with that. We got a group that could work on that for you. Yeah?
How did we come to 3 to 9 for hometown heroes? I'm just
Because of the music and the thing and how long and what we have to pay and what blocks they give it in. That's the block they'll give it in, and it closes at 9. Why?
I think after dark presents potential problems.
For problems? Well, possibly. I just don't think it's going to happen. But
And it's a long time.
Isn't it late?
it's night in August, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not dark at 9, but it's
Yeah.
getting there.
I mean, like the sun starts to set.
But it is kind of a long.
Well, I could change it to 8. We haven't put anything out hardly at all.
I mean, also people can leave whenever they want.
Well, I hope they leave. I actually think the day is more broken up. I think a lot of what we have in the afternoon is for families, and then it shifts to the music stuff. So what I'm hoping is the crowd kind of ebbs and flows. And you guys can do that. You can. Look at me. I am 68 years old, and I know. I agree. Yeah, I don't know. It was the time they had, and honestly, part of it was the food trucks didn't want to come in if the time was too short, because they didn't have time to make money. So part of it was, if you're not going to be open, I couldn't get anybody interested in. They're like, well, we won't even make our money back. So part of it was that 3 to 9. Yeah.
Well, maybe we could end the kids' activities sooner so that you don't need 60 volunteers for all of it.
That's a good idea.
Have 2 or 3 hours of kids stuff. That's a good idea.
Yeah, I mean,
Not that they could stay. It's not that they have to leave, but that's just when we'll have the activities. Okay, we'll talk about that. What do you think, Susan?
Yeah, sounds good.
Did you? Because I couldn't tell that's what your face. Does it?
No, I was talking to you.
Okay.
Terry.
I thought your face went like no, and I'm like, oh, I missed something here. No, is it? You think?
Yeah.
Like.
I think it does appear to be too long.
Okay.
But I understand that we needed to get the trucks in.
I know. I don't care if people leave. I just had to.
What time does the music start?
I don't know.
Because then after 8 to 9, we could do our cleanup.
Yeah.
Get started.
But I mean, yeah.
Will be set up by 3, and there'll
Yeah.
be kind of background music to begin with. And then the kids' parade probably begins at 4. The music will come down.
Maybe we can kind of shut the music down at 8 and start cleaning up. You know, people will go.
I think like
Yeah.
What length of time do the food trucks need?
Well, when I said the original time that I thought it would be, everybody said no. So then I lengthened. I'm like, huh?
What did you say that they said no to?
I had said like 3 to 7, so 4 hours was not it. So I'm like, okay, I'll throw 2 hours on there.
Okay.
You know what I mean? That's what I thought. Okay, I'll throw 2 hours on there.
Here they have them leave early for the farmer's market.
I know. I think they probably feel safer because we're a first-time bet. You know? I just know that when I first started talking to them, it wasn't enough time.
Jen has a comment here. I don't think it's a suggestion for getting people to go away. She says Tom Tiffany turned the sprinklers on 100 protesters that showed up at his office.
Oh, nice. What a guy.
Why am I not surprised?
Can you repeat that?
Tom Tiffany turned on his sprinklers at 100 protesters at his office. Let's go, yeah. Non-compliance. I'll go if you'll go. I'll go if you'll go. I'll go if you'll go.
We could dress up in swimsuits and flippers.
Let's do it. I'll wear a wetsuit. I'll wear a wetsuit. Let's do it. Let's do it. They can't stop us. I love to snorkel. I'll bring my flippers. Can I say I love you guys? I love you guys. All right. That's about all I have for tonight, other than, I think, blah, blah, blah. Does anybody have a report for any subcommittee that you're aching to do? Because if you're not aching, I will say this. Amy was going to call me out if I didn't say it. I want all of the group leaders to start recording something to put up on the YouTube channel. So I want you to use either your iPhone and have somebody record you, or we'll set you up and record you with a camera. I want every group kind of doing a report. The first one should be like who your group is and what it does. And then I would like, doesn't have to be every week, but maybe every couple weeks, so that people know, and if they want to join, they can. Okay? So Amy had made up a schedule, and she made me do more official stuff. And I'm kind of fly by the seat of my pants. So, but I want you guys to do it, okay? So you guys who are group leaders, you know who you are. You know who you are. If you need help getting somebody to light you and record you, we'll do it. We're happy to do it, but let's get them up there. You know who you are. You know who you are. Where's the rest of them? You guys know who you are, okay? It helps people know and understand because they don't read, let's be honest. I can write till the cows come home, your little summaries. We put them on the website. There's a whole group of people that will watch the short videos. Try not to be dull. Okay? Try not to be dull.
5 to 7 minutes.
I'm saying 3 to 5 tops. Yeah, 3 to 5 tops, because people get bored easily. So be snappy. Yeah.
Oh, some people said they're tired. Well, Save Our Souls meets Monday at 5:30 at the Chippewa Library. Sometimes we meet at Sunrise Clinic.
Yeah, that, and I thought it was Save Ourselves. You've changed it to Souls now?
I'm a little unsure.
I don't care. You're saving something. So let me say it this way. The self-help group and support group that everybody gets together and kind of talks about what's going on, Mondays, we usually post what the topics are ahead. Mike does them, Mary does them, and Tom LaMartina. And so just come on in and talk about stuff. It's a great way to just get support. Okay? Okay. Love you guys. See you in a week. See you next week.